Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Welcome back, everyone. It's your host, Arthur Schaefer, and I have another wonderful guest with me today. Without further ado, I'd like to bring out the life coach, Phoenix. Phoenix, how are you?
Arthur, how are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
My pleasure. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, about what you do in greater detail, please?
Sure. Thank you so much for giving me the platform. Phoenix Life Coach Services. What I specialize in is actually helping people balance their life, developing new life skills, and also setting their goals and setting the actions to move forward with their life by strengthening their mind and their spirituality on how to balance life itself.
Okay. And, what made you pursue, this type of work? Have you always been a natural healer or a person that has always gravitated towards motivating people?
Well, since I was a child growing up, sometimes we look within ourselves as a person and discover that there's more to than just to say we just exist in this universe as what we call a human being. But throughout my journeys in traveling the world, I discovered that there's more to myself by giving back to society, giving back to the general public, and that's by helping individuals, even groups of people. And what motivated me to move forward in this direction with my career is a good friend of mine, Smokey Robinson. And Smokey, at one point in his life, went through what we call a trial and tribulation to get his life back in order because he had went through a dark period of his life. And he sought spirituality by seeking God. So once we formed a bond and a friendship, I discovered that I had the same type of healing powers to change one's life. Because he explained to me on how his life was changed, on how he got his life back on track. So that gave me the incentive to continue pushing and wanted to be motivated to help individuals and help people throughout my journey.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And what type of background does someone need to do what it is that you do? I'm talking about like experience or even, school, education. What does someone need to follow in your footsteps?
Well, that's an interesting question. Yes, we look at the, let's say, getting an education. That's first and foremost. Why? Because we need to have what we call credentials in order to prove that we are experiencing those types of fields when it comes to psychology, a psychiatrist, or in the medical field, or any type of other field that's going to help better further your career. We need those credentials, or should I say those accolades. But one, without any of that, if they look within themselves, they can have that. And you say, well, how can this person be an actual spiritual healer, but yet they have no credentials, but yet their powers and their abilities speak for itself. So, yes, either you, one, have to be experience on a spiritual level, or when it comes to education, you have to have those credentials on an educational level. So if to follow in my steps or any other psychologist, any other psychiatrist type of field, I would recommend that you get those credentials in order to prove who you are.
Thank you. And has your business been affected by COVID-19?
Well, I would say yes and no. The fact of the answer the word yes, because it really disappoints me to that this pandemic has affected not just people here in the United States, but it became a global effect to where every business, every family, every individual was affected by it. And what disturbs me is that some of my clients was no longer able to continue services with my company, with me helping them. But I have good news for you, Arthur. I decided the ones that could not and cannot afford to continue services because of my humanitarian side, I'm giving them services for free. Because if it's going to help them continue staying balanced, if it's going to help them to keep their life in order, if it's going to help save their families, yes, my work is supposed to be given for free, because if I was given this gift to help and to heal, then my job is to give this for free. There's no price that I can put on it. And I took courses in the field of not just studying psychology, but I have my practitioner's diploma in the study of spirituality, mind treatment on a spiritual and metaphysical level, and being a board certified life coach. That's what I have specialized in.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you tell our audience, how they can get in touch with you regarding your services?
Well, since we're here live, anytime they want to reach out to me, they can always contact me and go to my website. And I like to use the word our website. Why? Because we are a body of family, and everyone that I have coached and serviced, we're a body of a family. So they can reach me at PhoenixLifeCoachServices.com. Once again, that is PhoenixLifeCoachServices.com. And they can send me an email at PhoenixLifeCoachServices@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for educating me and our audience. We really do appreciate people like you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I appreciate you not only just opening your doors to me, but I appreciate you taking the time to give me this opportunity, as what we say, a platform to send out the word and to get the message to people, so that people know that they don't have to give up. People have to know that they can be motivated. So if you don't mind, I would like to leave you with what I call my motto to everyone, and that is, in order to free yourself, one must free their mind. Start living today and live free. Because I am, you are, we are one.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I appreciate you.
All right. And for everyone else, stay tuned. We'll be right back after these few messages.